Hi, hello all. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Yeah. So hope all of you doing well and getting prepared yourself for the training. Okay. So hope your side whatever is required for preparation for your practice hands-on part. The only thing is in this week you have to get ready with the um, SSMS SQL Server actually in your local machine. If you have a problem with your own laptop, no worries. We will see maybe tomorrow I will tell you that in the cloud environment how you can practice SQL actually. Okay. And of course, anyhow that we have to discuss in the upcoming classes also. So that's why I just bring forward it to this week so that whoever have a problem with personal laptop, they can practice there also. Okay. So let us try to start the next one. So yesterday we discussed that some important things in the SQL side and some important things in the Azure side actually. So yesterday we seen that very importantly Azure side we seen the hierarchy. So tell me what you can call username and password in the Azure environment.
Azure Entra ID.
Yeah, so that is what Microsoft Entra ID, Azure Entra ID. So with that you can log in actually, and in upcoming also many services you can log in by using that only. Especially for Databricks, you can log in with the Microsoft Entra ID actually. Then who is the next immediate level under the Microsoft Entra Azure account? So you can have multiple subscriptions. Is it or not? So simply in general, you can say for every project, for every different project, you can find different subscriptions actually. So that will be billing is also separate. Subscription wise billing will be there. Then under each subscription, you are going to have a resource groups. Under each resource group, you can have resources. So yesterday we created our own resource group, which we are going to travel throughout our training actually. So let me share that screen also. So this is what happened in the last class, right? So our resource group name is what actually? So you can go to the resource groups after coming to the home page. So where is our, see, this is what our resource group. Okay. So this is what we created yesterday. So naming conventions also give such a way that hierarchy should maintain and easily you can identify that particular one, that particular service for what purpose it is there, where it is located. Easily by seeing name itself you can understand actually. So that's what we followed like your client and then project. For example, we taken like that and the environment because same resource you will create in different environments, right? So what are the environments like? Come on. Environments means what? Hello.
Dev environment, test
Dev
In
environment.
test.
Yeah.
seven for platform.
Definitely any project going to have dev environment, development environment, UAT and prod. So definitely you are creating one resource in the dev means that should be there in UAT. So that time you should differentiate for what purpose each one. So that's what day one onwards you try to follow it actually. Of course, maybe whoever is already working, you might know. Let us apply same thing here also. So now with this basic information, let us try to create one more small resource which we are going to use throughout our training once again. Even in the Databricks also you will refer that. Okay. So that is what actually we are going to see a blob storage. Okay. So as a layman, anything let us try to understand. Nothing is there actually in this. So you take simply like your hard disk. That's all. So in the hard disk, hardly what you are going to store actually, files, folders, right? That's all, images, videos, these things you are going to store. So in the cloud environment also, definitely for any project, you need have some storage space. Okay, where you can keep your files which are coming from the client, or your temporary files, or your log files, whatever. Simply, if you want to store something, you need handily some storage space actually. That's what blob storage as a layman, first of all, you can understand. So if you see the structure of the blob storage, okay, so you can see the blob storage. Mainly in this, people most frequently used one is containers. Okay, so nothing is there. Container you can take simply like a folder, that's all. So the container one, multiple folders you can create in hard disk. So you can create even here also multiple containers. Container two. So names you can give as per your interest. So like that, you can create any number of containers. Inside that container, you can keep your files. That's all. This is what at a basic level we should understand what is blob storage. Okay, so that's all actually. So now let us try to create this blob. Okay. So the first resource, in fact, you can say actually, yesterday whatever we created, that is resource group. Of course, that is also one of the service of the Azure. But still, this is full-fledged service we are going to create. Then let us try to create the containers, which we are going to use the next week. Immediately you started the data factory. Okay, so let us try to create the container. Just let us see the environment. Then we will come back to SQL part. Okay, so let us go to the portal. See, always either you can search here in the search bar, whatever you want to find, whatever you want to create, the particular resource. So here we are going to create a blob storage. You can search with blob. Okay, but when you search with blob, what you are getting actually storage accounts. So of course this is what broad name, even when you want to create. See, these are all the blobs, different blobs which I created. Okay, so whoever already created your Azure account, so you guys try to monitor every day your billing section, especially. That's what very important. You no need to learn it separately. You no need to spend the time separately. Your own experience will teach you. So go to always billing subscription. So you will see all your subscriptions here. It will list down. Then maybe for you it's a free subscription, but still you go to that. For me it is a paid subscription, pay as you go. You can see why I am showing this one is, see how many storage accounts I have. Not only this, data factories I have 7, 8, or some other services also. Okay, where you have to take care which resources you have to create, which are not, which should not create. You should have a idea. So that's what we are going to give the clarity from the day one onwards. Okay, so that is why this you just monitor every day, resource wise how billing is happening. So for example, this is, if you see this month you have enough days already completed. So this is already 19th. So this month you see how much billing is happened for me. See, overall in Indian rupees, this is 29 rupees only. Okay, so this is forecast by the end of the month. So you see, we are doing many things, right? So but still we are able to manage with this price. So that's why, to give you the confidence that you no need to worry about the billing actually. Take the account. In worst case, go for the paid subscription also. In less than 100 rupees, you can manage everything. But you should be very careful. And in worst case, if suppose if billing is happen without your notice by recreating some particular resource, no worries actually, you can go back to customer care. Definitely they will waive it off. This is happened to many of our students. One of the student got 1,30,000 rupees billing actually by because of the one of the resource database. So together we approached the customer care. So it is gone, no worries at all in worst case. But prevention is better, right? So take care of it. Now let us try to create a storage account. And yesterday also I shown you that for every resource, while creating, this is the same window. If already resources are there under that particular category, it will show you. So you click on the new one if you want to create. So same window, whatever portal you are seeing, similar type of portal you will see for every resource creation. Basing on the resource type you are creating, the options will vary. Okay. Now see that whatever we discussed yesterday, the hierarchy. So first of all, under which subscription you are creating the resource, and under that subscription, under which resource group you are creating your resource. So this is what our resource group. Even in the on the fly also you can create the resource group. That's all. Now come down. Storage account name is what? So that's all. So even while creating storage account also, so you should follow your hierarchy. So ours is project client name, for example, EFN, Edufulness. Then project name, for example, Feb 25M. Then it is a dev environment. Then you are creating a blob. So keep like that hierarchy always, so that easily you can recognize them. That's all. Identify the proper region is wherever you are actually. And then primary service. This is recently coming option. So your blob storage or data lake gen 2, you take like that. So no problem, remaining things as it is. Come to the advanced section. In future, we will see data lake actually. Okay. So at this moment, I will tell you one small difference between the blob storage, what you are creating now, and the data lake actually. Okay. There is another storage type. You will not find any big difference between these two, environments wise, their portal wise, usage wise also. But the thing is, in data lake by default, you are going to have hierarchical namespace actually. That means in the folder, you can create folder within the folder. So that means hierarchy is developing, right? So that's what by default you will get. In the blob, you will not get it by default, but you can create still. You can enforce it actually. So if you want to enable this, you can enable so that you can get the option to create the folder within the folder. Otherwise, you cannot see directly, but you can enforce it. How and all with the data factory, we will see. So that's all actually the minimum parameters you need to enable, and the basic things, whatever you given, that's more than enough. Now, if you come to the review, basing on the details, it will review and it will enable the create option. Let us see. That's all done. Let us try to create. So like this only every resource one by one we will create. Okay. That's what as I told in the first week we will just get familiar with the portal only. That's all. Actual concepts we are not going to start. Monday onwards we will start discussing about the data factory. Okay. So what is happening in this moment? Deploying is in progress means suppose this is blob storage, so space is allocating so and so region. That's what happening. Suppose SQL server you are trying to create. That time also you will see the same message deploying is in progress. It meaning is that how you are installing that piece of software in your laptop. Similarly in the so and so place it is installing like preparing a food, preparing a dish on behalf of you at so and so catering company. So that's what actually instead of at our home, that should prepare somewhere physically. That preparation is happening. That's what even you can say deployments. So in the cloud, that means wherever the location you selected in that place, it is deploying actually. Go to the resource. So this is what the home page of the blob. So that is what the blob what we created. And many options we are going to explore in the upcoming days. Come to the data storage, the main thing what you are going to discuss. That is what the containers. See, this is what we told actually. Okay, whatever we discussed here, you are at this window. Now come back here. Let us try to create a container. See, click on this container. So just giving the name, that's all. So here in future again you will understand. I'm going to give storage account. Okay, staging, sorry. Staging. Okay. So in future we will see some architecture actually. So you will understand this terminology. At this moment I'm just giving staging. So one container I can create. Then if you open this container, simply you can call as a folder also. Then in this, you can upload the files. So let us try to upload some sample file actually. So from your browser, from your local hard disk, you can upload. Okay. Slowly everything you will get familiar with the portal even if you don't have any experience. Okay. So some file randomly I'm just uploading. So this is what the CSV file. You can see that. Then when it is uploaded, all other metadata is available here. And if you go to the edit option, you can see sample data also if it is less than so and so size, 2 MB actually. So you can see in table form also because it is CSV, see this. Okay. At this moment, let it be, and many more things. Every day, many times you will come back to this particular service in future, maybe next week only. Okay. So this is what blob creation, what is for what purpose blob and containers and their meanings. And it is just like your maybe all of us very well familiar with the uh, Google storage something, right? Google Drive. So exactly same here. Okay. Yeah. So that is what first of all blob storage. Hope it is clear for everyone, right? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Sir, I have one doubt. Can I share my screen if you could provide me access?
No, man. If you have doubt, such a doubt we will see again. No problem. Okay, we will
Okay,
connect.
then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because like I'm not sure where to see cost at all. Some
Then I will connect you. No, I shown you right. You just
that time the network issue was slight glitch. I cannot.
okay. No problem.
Okay,
We will see that. Okay.
okay,
Ping me personally after class.
okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
you said that namespace hierarchy in the advanced section while creating block.
Yeah.
What does it actually mean, sir?
See, name saves hierarchy. So hierarchy meaning is what? Folder within folder. You are in a position to create. See that here. You came inside the container, right? Staging. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to create any folder here? Any option available? See here. That's what I told, right? So
Yes.
within a folder, you cannot create another folder. So that hierarchy is not possible in the blob. Only one level high, one level possible. That's what container level. That's all. Within the container, directly files only you can keep. You cannot see another folder like this. Okay? Like here, you cannot see another folder within this staging folder. But you can
Okay.
enforce it, that we will see. Okay.
Okay.
Directly, it is not possible to create. But in the data lake, you have an option called creating a directory, like means folder. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And what exactly is the use of this blob?
So blob is mainly, see here, in general, when you are doing any project, definitely you need some workspace, storage space, okay, to store your all files actually. So files regularly will come maybe daily base some files will come from the client. So you have to keep them somewhere.
Okay.
And then further you have to process it, or your own purpose you have to keep for log files, or for archive files, whatever. For many reasons you need some storage space. So Blob is the best place. Okay.
Okay. So, for example, if I want to create a pipeline based on some CSV data, so I can store those files
Exactly.
here
That's
and
what.
then create.
That's what. Your file should exist somewhere. So
Mhm.
that should be in your premises, means in your cloud premises. So Blob you will create and then you will integrate them. Then you will use these containers, means these folders. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So now let us move to the next part. Very, very, very important. Definitely you will, sorry, not this, just a minute.
Hello?
Yeah.
Sir, when it comes to yesterday's class, I have one doubt.
Yeah, please.
Even though I'm sometimes I'll get confused, like where we are putting, right? Where condition, where class equal to an is. Where should be equal to, where should be is.
Sorry, come again. Where should be?
Where class we are putting, right? Select of
Hmm.
some condition from
Hmm.
table name where equal to something is of something. Where should be equal to where should be is.
Oh, man. So where clause I took? Yeah, come on, tell me what you want to write here first of all.
I mean,
Quickly.
where should be equal to and where should be is condition.
Where is equal? Is it?
Yeah.
See, see, is actually you can see there is a column is null like that you might see, is it?
Is null is not null. Okay, fine.
Yeah, is null is not null. See, the thing is some of them you cannot compare with the equal operator. So if null equal to null, what you can say, is it true or false? Come on, anybody can tell. Is it true or false? If I write like this. Huh? Two
False.
nulls never equal actually. So if you want to compare null values, it is not the way to compare them actually. Okay. So this is the you have to compare in this way. This is comparison operator. Nulls and that is what we will cover under null handling. So two nulls never going to become same because internally they have their unique IDs. With that it is going to compare actually. Okay.
Okay.
So that is what actually is something different which you are unable to compare with equal operator. There is coming into the picture. So that's why you have standard keyword actually. Okay.
Okay.
Just one. Yeah. So let us continue. Yeah. So I'm going to continue today with aggregate functions actually. So because one of you means two, three people from the same company asked actually discussing aggregate functions since they have something today. So anyhow, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will complete this part. So let us try to complete this. Okay. So aggregate functions meaning is what? That means we are going to see group by clause actually, which is very, very important. In your real time, definitely you are going to use it first of all. And in many, definitely in the interview, this is the one of the concept you are going to have actually. Okay. So what is aggregate functions before going to see group by class? Because group by is the main thing. If you want to prove logically in the interviews, one of the concept is aggregate and group by clause actually. Okay. So let us try to understand very, very easy. Let us try to crack this if you have any confusions earlier. Okay. So see here, these are functions which takes set of values as input and one value as output. So nothing is there. If you have an aggregate function, how it will be always. Okay, your input is always set of values. So how is your input? You are passing always set of values. And how the output is only one value. That's all. What does it mean? Simple, easily you can understand. So of course, aggregate functions frequently you will use with group by clause and having clause. Okay, in the select clause actually. Now you can see the most commonly used aggregate functions which we discussed now. If you see the sum function, so sum meaning is what? Whatever values you are passing. For example, input I am passing 2, 5, 7, 3. So simple numbers I am passing. So summation of all these input values is what? So that is what 17. So that's what single output will come. Hope you understand. So like that average, if you try to calculate, so average of this 4 is what? So that is approximately 4.25, right? So exactly 4.25. So minimum value is what? 2. Maximum value is what? 7. Then total values are how many values you have? 4. So that is what actually aggregate functions, very frequently used aggregate functions actually. So nothing is there, but many insights are there. Let us try to discuss those things actually. Let me share my SSMS screen. Yeah. So hope you are able to see SSMS screen, right? Can you please confirm?
Yes.
Very important. See, even if you know, please try to listen carefully. Definitely, wherever you have any doubts, that is going to be clear. Okay. Yeah. So see here, always take the data in front of you. As I told you, we are going to use EMP table very frequently. So let us try to see first of all the whole data in front of us. So see, this is what intentionally I written like this. So maybe tomorrow again, I will discuss something hierarchy in the database side. So under one database, under one SQL server, you may have multiple databases actually. So which database you are using, select that here actually. So your table exists under this database, but earlier another database is there where this table is not available. So that's why red color underline, now it is gone. So now let us try to run this. See, this is what our data. Have a look. 14 records. So let us start with one aggregate function. So see here, we are going to take the salary column for better understanding initially. So I am going to identify total salary, what you are spending in your organization. That is what sum of salaries. Then from EMP table. So what does it mean? You are passing all these 14 values. That's what set of values you are passing as an input. So these are the 14 values you are passing. Now when you sum it, obviously it will become one value, right? So that's what here it is telling. You can see summation is this one. So let us keep this first. Okay. Now if you see the total salary you are spending in your organization for your employees is 29,025 actually. So that's all. So single value it is coming. Now let us try to find out average salary you are spending in your company. Okay. So that is AVG of salary. Average AVG function. Now if you see, this is what on an average every employee getting 2073 some change. So that's what. Now the important thing is how you will know this is average salary, this is total salary. There is no column name if you observe that. So now let us see one important thing. Whenever you use aggregate function in the SQL side, you will not get any column name actually. But column names are important. when you see like this, how you will know this is average, how you will know this is total salary? It may be representing some other thing. Okay, so that's why column names are matter. That concept is calling as alias names. So you can give alias name for this, that is total salary. So you want to whatever result for this column name you want to give like this. So that's what actually here you can see as average salary. Now you can see you are going to have a column names. That's all. So now let us see the minimum salary. So min of sal. So min is a function and you are passing set of values with column name actually. So this column is already holding set of values. Under that column, how many values are there? All of them are coming. Then alias name, even without as keyword also you can mention. Just immediately by giving one space and mention that min sal. Now you can see there is no difference. So you no need to mention as, but if you mention for our visibility, it looks good actually. So that's all. So in the same flow, let us try to see max sal. So this is max sal. So that's what actually done. So these are the different values, different aggregate values you can identify actually. Okay. Now on top of this, let us try to see. So come on, tell me the data type of the column, what you mentioning in the aggregate functions. What is the data type?
Number.
Int.
Integer.
Or a decimal, you can say, right? Of course, not integer. So it's a number type. Okay. You can see the definition, you can see the data type of that particular column actually by going to table and then by seeing here. Okay. So that table, if you expand, you can see the data types also. So salary column is numeric type. Okay. So take as a number type. Now you see carefully what I am writing. Accordingly, you try to tell actually. Okay. From EMP. Then I am writing here min of ename. So are you going to get some output or not?
No.
Getting what
No,
may be. If not, tell me not. Getting
no.
output or not? Someone told
We
me no, right?
no, we will not be getting.
Okay.
We'll be getting.
Any other answer? Feel free always. That's what, just to make you interact, I am just asking these silly questions. Always that will, one way you are preparing automatically actually. Come on.
We will get Adam's output.
Okay. So I am going to execute it, see what is going to happen. So let us run both of them so that we can discuss. I am going to execute it. So it will return the output, but what it will return, have a look. Come on, you can guess what is the output you got under the ename column. If you see, if you write all the names under ename in a alphabetical order, whoever is the alphabetically the first one, that is Adams actually. So Allen and Adams, these are the names starting with letter A. Alphabetically, who will come first? Adams. So that's why Adams came first. So min will work not just for numeric. So min will work for not just for numeric, also for string type. Yes or no? That's what you can confirm right here. So always min will work for these things also. Okay. Then in that way, suppose if I write, you can guess now the output max of ename. Now, what may be the output if I run this?
What?
Need not be answer, but you can tell that procedure alphabetically
Last.
last one. That's all. Word W is the last letter in this alphabetical order. So what is coming at the last? That's what max. So not just min, min and max are working for both numeric and string. That's all. So now you tell me sum of ename what it will give you.
Nothing. It will not return
Not return.
It
Come on.
doesn't.
Hmm? You are trying to sum something. Will it give output or not?
No.
No, actually, just you need to apply your common sense. That's all. See, sum is always working for numeric number type. You cannot sum the string type actually. So that's what actually invalid operator columns you pass it to this sum function. So that's what. So same thing for average also you can conclude. Is it or not? So
No.
same thing for average also you can conclude. So earlier you got the what is the operand data type varchar is invalid for sum operator. Now you will see average operator. So both average and sum till now these things will work for numeric type only. Okay, so you cannot use them like this. Now similarly, let us try to see have a data in front of you. Select from EMP. Okay. So here what I am writing, listen carefully. Min of higher date. Come on, what it will give you? Here you have a higher date. Will it give output or not?
Yes, it will
It
give.
The older
It
date.
will give the earliest date.
Yes, earliest.
Yeah. Oldest date. So you can see 1980, 81 and 83 highest. So 80 is only one and 83. So oldest or latest? Come on, conclude that. Min means.
Oldest.
Oldest.
Old.
Oldest or latest? Come on.
Oldest.
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 That's called
1980.
oldest date it will return min actually. Okay. So similarly, if I take max higher date, okay, what it will return?
Latest.
Latest.
Latest date.
Obviously latest. See how it is able to return. It is something interesting discussion. See here, select sysdate. If sysdate is the function, okay. Get date is the function to return current date time actually. You can see that. I'm taking this movement, that means that particular time. Understand carefully what I'm trying to tell. Okay. So by this time, these movements may be changed, right? So this is the one time, this is one time. So consecutive times. Okay. How it is able to identify minimum value of the higher date, oldest date, how it is extracting, latest date, how it is extracting. Try to understand with a simple example. I took a get date function. At this moment, this is the time. Next movement is this, next movement is this, like that it will increase, then it will be 58 like seconds, right? How in your date, how it is going to store internally is, it is going to store ultimately not in this form actually. It is the visible form for the customers, for us actually. Okay. But internal storage form is in an integer form. How it will be? For example, for this moment, it is allocated 100. Of course, that number will increase. If that number is 100, the next moment time is 101. Integer number is 101. The next moment time is 102. Okay. So now, for example, again, if I run, and then this moment if I take, okay, this moment in between some gap is there. So for that gap, you have another number. So this, if you see, this is, it may have 120. So when you ask minimum of these four times, these 4 date times, How it is extracting? How it is minimum of 4 integer values if you pass 100. 100 is minimum. And its corresponding date time is this one. In that way, it is returning the values. So every of your date time internally going to store in a integer form like this. So every moment is going to identify uniquely with integer number. Understand? But for us, it looks oldest. Of course, oldest is nothing but small number. Small is nothing but min only, right? Hope you understand what way it is minimum. Got it or not? Hello?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
that
sir.
is simple thing. Just for your information. So this is what with this basic aggregate functions, what we can conclude is min, max will work for numeric, string and date times also, and the average and sum of course will not work for date times. These two only meant for numeric. Okay. So that is what four aggregate functions we seen, but still we left with one more. That is count. So now let us start actual discussion with the count. This is somehow separately we need to discuss. So here you see what it is saying and you need to answer. Observe the data what you have actually, read the line. Accordingly, you try to answer every question what we have here. So count is also aggregate function and you can pass star. Star meaning is that simply total number of records, how many you have in the result, that number it is returning actually. And we took a student table. It is such a way designed to answer questions actually. 6 records you have. Observe the names, observe the marks, observe null also. Suppose if this is the question, what is the output?
6.
6, that's all. That's all. So here, let us take our whole data. Then see how count star function you can apply from EMP. So what it will return? Come on.
14.
14. Total number of records are 14. Simply count star. Star means nothing but all. So you may have in between null values, you may have in between duplicate values. It is not bothering. Simply how many records you have, all of them it is returning. That's all. Now you have another way, that is count. You can pass column name actually. Individual column name you can pass. Read what is there and try to answer for this.
5.
So it is excluding what actually? Null value.
Null.
When you pass individual column name, it will return 5 actually. Okay. So that is what you can see here. Now take the data in front of you and answer it accordingly basing on what I am writing here. So come on, tell me what may be the outputs.
13.
So you see I took MGR column, under that one null value is there. So it is excluding now if you pass the column name. So you can see, so the output is 30. Come on, tell me, if I pass another column called commission, COMM, what is the output?
4.
So only 4 values there, remaining all of them are nulls. So that's what. Okay. So simple, if you pass the individual column name. Come on, tell me, you have 2 minutes time. Basing on the statement, you try to answer the question actually. Return distinct return total number of managers exist in this organization. What is the query? Think carefully basing on our discussion till now, not just today's discussion. Please mute. Hello. Please mute if you are not talking. Yeah. So Basing on today's discussion, yesterday's discussion, try to answer this question. You
Select.
have 2 minutes time.
Select.
No. You work it and put in the chat box. Don't be hurry always to answer it. Apply your knowledge. This is the good time to practice your knowledge actually. You can apply your knowledge. Put in the chat box only. That's all. You can make available to everyone. Here we are asking who are all the different MGRs. We are asking total number of MGRs. You have to return just number like 5 or 6 like that. So write down the query accordingly. Yeah, it's okay. Just try it. You will understand. Ali. Yeah. So let us say very simple. Basing on till now our questions is always within our discussion only. Now you can see how you can get a total number of MGRs working in this company. So one way, if you see select count, just if you take MGR count, it is returning what actually 13. Just now we see. Okay. So excluding null value, but that will not work. And another thing is what? Select distinct MGR if you take, it is also returning what? So this will return all MGRs actually. And null is part. Yesterday we discussed, right? Distinct will return null value. These are all simple interview questions. Keep in mind. Because these things regular life. Okay. Now the thing is what actually this is count output. This is distinct output. So this output, if you pass to the count will exclude null value. Then it will count remaining values. Yes or no? So this output means what? So that is select distinct MGR is the output. Actually, this is the output. This output, if you pass to count function, that's all. As a column, how you are passing, if you pass like this, what will happen? It will return, it will count excluding. That's why just now we discussed, if you pass individual column, nulls are going to exclude. So nulls are going to exclude by count. Then remaining values is going to count actually. That's what overall if you see individually and all together, these are the different outputs. 6 different MGRs are there. You can see that total 7 records, 1 is null, and that means remaining 6. That's what you got 6. So very simple by combining two different concepts. So now you can tell what is the output of this. And one more thing, yeah, here one more thing is there. Yeah, you can tell automatically. What is the output? What is the output?
5.
5.
Come on.
4.
You are just working on
Sorry,
the
4. 4.
first of all, distinct will do what? You missed
4.
that. 80, distinct output is 80, 60, come on, 90, 40.
40.
Next,
Null.
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 That's it.
Next,
That's it.
that's it. 60 is not going to consider since it is duplicate now. Output of distinct marks is this. Then count of this is what actually in this null is excluded and remaining values are 4. Count is 4. That's what, how simple. So with the 5, 6 records, 4, 5 records itself, we can assess how good you are in the concept. That's all actually. You don't need to have lakhs of records to tell actually. Okay. So this is what count. Very, very simple thing. Okay. Hope it is clear. Aggregate functions. This is more than enough to do any type of task related to the analytics actually. Right. Very, very important. I will give just introduction today. We will deep dive more and more in this. That is group by class. As name implies only it is there. Nothing is there overally, but really very, very logical concept. Of course, one of the very important logical concept. In the real time, please mute always. We will miss the flow. Okay. See, this is always one of the very, very important logical concepts. Definitely damn sure concept in the interviews also. Of course, in real time, you will use it like anything. So try to understand if you have any doubts with the input of the aggregate functions. So what is actually group by? Let us try to understand in a simple manner for today. Earlier, if you have any confusions, no worries. That is going to break now. So simply as name implies, group by class is combination of select statement, arrange the same data into groups. That's all. Think very generally. Suppose if you take a 60, suppose if you take a classroom where we have a 60 students. You told simply, you just given an instruction that grade, basing on the parameter grade, form the groups. That means whoever have same grade, they are forming groups. That's all. All A grade coming to one group, B grade one group, C grade one group. That means whoever have same data, same value becoming one group. So some parameter you are telling grade is one parameter. Here also we will take one column. Under that column, whoever have same value forming one group internally. That's what if you take our 14 records, only some columns I took. Now our parameter here it is DEPT number, for example. For example, easy understand. That means here you see the numbers repeated many times, each number. So whoever have same number are going to become one group. How and all? This is what. Observe the yellow colored rows where you have 10 actually. So how many records you have? 3 records. All 3 logically became one group. Physically they are not going to store somewhere, but logically became one group. All 3 records, that means all columns you are going to have, all 8 columns you are going to have here. So this is one group actually, that's all. Then if you see the red color, 20. Come on, tell me, how many rows are there in this group, 20? How many rows?
5.
5.
5 rows are there. All 5 rows, including every data you have here. So like that, another one is what? 30. How many records?
6.
6 records you have. That's all. That is what group by is just doing. Nothing is there. That's all. So you should mention, you may have where class, you may not have also. Select and from mandatory, then group by class, then mention your column name. For example, you are mentioning like this, group by DEPT number. So yes, I mentioned group. So the moment you mention like this, when it goes to the execution, what will happen internally? It will pick that column. This is the column. Then whoever has same data forming a logical groups. Like this exactly. See, again and again, please. Hello. Please mute. Otherwise, I will make completely mute. You cannot able to. You are unable to unmute. Okay. Yeah, please. So, group by DEPT number. Okay. So, what is happening? Logically, it is forming the groups like this. Now the question is, you told to the students that form a groups. Okay, they formed a groups. What is the purpose of forming the groups actually? That is the next part, right? They will ask why you want to why you want to make the groups. So you want to do some aggregations on this actually. For example, I want to identify in each department how many employees are there. So department wise number of employees is what? To tell department wise number of employees, first of all you have to make the group. Even if I give this list on a paper to you, then if I ask you that, tell me department wise number of employees, then you will note down 10, then you will count actually where is 10, here 110, here 110. That is what you are also doing logically groups. That's what the count function first if you take immediately, what it is telling, the number of employees department wise 3, 5, 6. So that is what after forming the groups with this class, what you want to do on those groups, aggregate functions is actually doing. So that's what 3 employees, 5 employees, 6 employees, total 14. You got it. Now you were thinking that multiple records came. Earlier we told if you pass a group of values, so the output is 1 from the aggregate. Yes, still it is one value only, group wise one value. For each group, one value it is written. Correct. Because you are passing only that group records. In this group, you passed, in this group you passed, so 3 records are there. That's what actually. So that's all the group by only, nothing is there. How it is working logically, try to visualize. That's enough actually. We will see many insights inside this, but group by is nothing. Now, okay. Now if you want to identify department wise how much salaries you are spending. So this is the function you will use. Sum of salaries, still column name is same, but since you have group, so group wise sum of salaries. So here you have a salary column. So what is the value? What is the value? What is the value? 3 values it will take, 3 summation. Similarly, another group, what is the value? What is the value? Even same question if I ask you, what you will do? You will go to the salary column. Wherever 10 is there, those 3 values only you will consider. Then their summation you will return 8750. Next you will go to the 20. Then their summation only you will tell. That is what 10,875. How you are doing manually, same thing internally happening. It is not doing anything extra actually. That is what actually average of salaries. So group wise how many records? By total summation. Minimum salary, department wise minimum salary what you are giving, department wise maximum salary what you are giving, like that. General statements, their corresponding queries like this. So group by is now nothing. What is happening actually? In the group by class you are mentioning column name. Under that column name whoever have same value forming the groups. So best example here DEPT number we took. Whoever have same value forming the group. See the yellow color, red color, green color rows. Those are all one group logically. Then on those groups what you want to do? You are mentioning always in the select clause. That's all. Just let us see this part in the practice part. Then we will see remaining insights tomorrow. So we are going to see group by class. Okay. So select the star from EMP. If you take the whole data in front of you, this is what. Now you can see, don't write the select statement initially. First complete the remaining part. So group by, then what is the column? DEPT number column. So the moment it is executed, groups are formed like this, these circles. On these groups, what you want to do? That's what you have to mention in the select clause. What you are going to do, what you want actually. So I want, first of all, of course, you need to, it's not mandatory. I will come back to those insights further. So now I want to find out department-wise total number of employees. That's all. You can see. So if you run this department-wise total number of employees, and there is no column name, so mention always. So DEPT wise total employees. Then we want to find department-wise total salaries you are spending actually. So same thing, department-wise total salaries. Okay. So run this. See this. So like that, each one try to take average of average salary. Then you can take remaining things also, since we understand department wise minimum cell, max of cell. Okay, max cell. So hope it is simple. You are able to follow. See that groups are formed. On each group, what you want to do, that's what in the select clause you are always mentioning. Even if you don't mention this DEPT number also, it's not at all a problem. It will give the output. But what is actually missing? What is actually missing? This is one of the insight. Tomorrow we will see. But you can, you don't have clarity actually. This record related to which particular department? You don't have clarity. Do you have any clarity? No, right? Are you able to tell this is related to which department?
So in select, we have to
That's
give
what actually. Always whatever, see, recommended is always what you have in the group by class, try to have all the columns in the select also. Because it will give you the clarity. Okay. And you see, I didn't give a comma. So it is showing red color underline. Who is completely new, try to understand. Whenever red color underline is there means there may be a there is a syntax error. We have syntax and semantic errors. We will see later. So this is what syntax error. So now you see the clarity that each record related to which particular department. So you can tell now easily that in the 30th department, this is the minimum salary we are giving. This is the maximum salary you are giving. So you have the clarity. So this is the first basic about the group by. On top of this, we have some insights. And on top of this, further next level group by discussion is there. So that we will see tomorrow. Today I'm stopping here. So any doubts till now?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
So this is a basic question. Like normally after the group by or something else, we will be end up with semicolon. But the platform what you're using, it's not throwing any error.
Yeah, it's not a mandatory thing. Even if you give, yeah, see, the thing is you are easily to, yeah, semicolon is actually comfort for the compiler. That the moment it's in the semicolon, what it will conclude is,
End of the logic.
this query is completed.
Okay.
So it is going to identify as a separate entity. For that means separately you can execute.
Because when I was trying in other platforms at all, it will be throwing
Yeah.
error. That
So
is
that's what syntax related. Suppose in MySQL
okay.
somewhere that is mandatory thing.
Okay.
Here this may be not the mandatory thing. But the comfort for the you see now I have two queries. These two queries you given for the execution. In this case, what will happen is when I run this, it will first of all it will parse. That means it will see this select statement where it is concluded till here. How it will identify? Here it is started. Every word it will try to parse it. It will try to understand syntactically. Then it has to scan select also. Okay, I've identified next statement. So I have to conclude till here. It is going to conclude. If you give the semicolon, it no need to go for scanning next part. It will give the conclusion that yes, this select statement up to here only. So that comfort we are giving in case of SQL Server. In other technologies, semicolon is the mandatory syntactic thing. Here it is not mandatory or syntactic thing.
Okay.
So this is compiler related discussion. I have compiler course also in Udemy. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts? So
Sir,
yeah. Yeah.
will you provide this PDF like what all you have taught in this class? Will you
This,
provide
all
all
the
notes?
queries, all these queries you are asking?
Yes, sir. All these queries as notes.
And every day, what we are discussing in the portal or in the queries, after group is formed, that means enroll students. I used to share all these queries, notebooks, scripts, whatever we discussed actually. Okay. So if you want for today, since it is group is not at form, batch is not at formed, to ping me, I will share these things.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's all for today. Since all of you know that today is the last free session, so hope you might gone through all the things whatever I told. So Udemy and YouTube with the same institute name, okay, and you attended first 3 live classes. If you are interested, please go for the enrollment. Please ping personally to WhatsApp number this one. So you can call or WhatsApp to this number. Or if this number is not connected in call, you can call back to this number. Okay. So feel free to clarify your doubts, whatever you have. No worries, you can call. And then only if you satisfied in all the ways, you can go for the enrollment. Okay.
Sir, I have to.
Yeah. Hi.
Sir, in real-time projects, like which DBMS we will be using, SSMS or MySQL?
In
My,
the real time, we are using SQL Server actually, because the reason is, if you take any Azure projects, most of the cases SQL Server only people will use, because that is the native technology. Of course, that not maybe the not main thing is SQL Server only people will use. Okay, there is no big deal to integrate other database technologies. Once you only thing is one database technology you should master.
my doubt is like while doing ADF and
Hmm.
Databricks, like if you want to connect to databases, we can connect to any DBMS, right?
Any DBMS. See, if it is, see, the thing is, suppose ADF if you take, it is not in our hand. I will tell you to which database you want to connect. Is that ADF have a connector or not? We have to cross check. That means, is it able to connect MySQL? That connector is available in that drag and drop. If it is available, yes, we are in a position to connect. So for few data sources like databases, all these things, for some of them we will discuss. But connectors are around 150 plus are there. ADF is capable to connect. So in that list, our required data store is there. Yes, we can connect. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, so I'm stopping here. So feel free to call back if you have any doubts or anything related to your profile. So definitely whatever I know, we will discuss. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a nice day. All the best for your bright future.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.